mazire emyaka 19 kuhiga ebizibu ebindi ebiri mupaka nibyingi munonga
kandi mpigire nyine baturutona abachairman betu bafocha twachimnachi mbogo nachimisire amachimu gatuwaho banza kunyika abaye bari nyuma basanga yankwasire yamputeze yantira maragarigire y'umunda imbogo bagita bankoma bandeta bantwara kisingo mu irwaro kagando none akirere nkamara emyezi 2
mfuna abagire yo kwitenya miswa hata nanye sinteka ngwe tumanya ntananye kanze yo mbanze mfune yo ndebe cyo bakora hata nayo nasanga bamara kwitenya miswa babahiji barugaho hata nanye sanga yibabe basigaho njiyeho njitwara je nyama direta kunaji zo mu cyaro aba twabetu yo mu group hamwe biza bankwata bambuza ngo nyama ogihire.
Some of us were eaten by animals like wild pig. We have one of our member who have chopped up his finger.
Compared to other national parks, I would rate poaching in Queen Elizabeth to be relatively high. Some of the common animals that are being poached are things like hippopotamus, the buffaloes, and then these other antelopes, the cobs and the topi.
On a community perspective, I would say that the cases of poaching are reducing, especially for some key animal species. But also we have realized an increment in other activities because of idleness. People do not have jobs. Some people have lost jobs. The youth especially were affected. Some were working as border riders, which they don't do now because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And even after the unlocking of some areas of the lockdown, so the economy is not as vibrant as it used to be in the past.
We have illegal cattle grazing, which is done by the youth. We have illegal fishing, which is done by the youth. Pit sowing, you go to charcoal burning, all those ones are done by the youth. And they impact negatively a lot to the ecosystem.
What we try to do is to reduce these poaching levels. And during this period here, there are moments when it goes high, and there are moments when it begins to reduce. It also depends on some of the interventions which we put in place.
If you look at the law enforcement department, it's divided into 4 units. We have what we call intelligence unit. These ones who give us information. When they give us information and we have verified it, then we have operations. Those ones who execute missions, who do the arrest. After doing the arrest, then we have investigation unit. Those ones who go further to investigate. We have all the records of our suspects who have been prosecuted in our database. So when time comes and they have been released, they have served their sentence and they have gone back in the community, we normally follow them. We talk to them. We make sure they are reformed poachers so that they don't go back. It takes time, but it's doing very well. Where necessary, even we have brought many of them here and we give them this casual work.
Konkati esaheji nanye yomwe aba vouchers abarekero kuhiga abo kuhiga hati nimbarwanisa n'abafuna nanye ni interest mu ntera chairman witu musobore kugenda omiso tufuna nko kutwakwata abantu abo
ekisantu kolegana na polisi na paka abahuwa omuntu wakuzayo tumukwata tutere sumu tugenda tubereke imihanda zo bakurabamu tubakwata itwe twine timu yo kubasa kumanya ngo ine nyamo mu nzu tukatera polisi ekiza tukakwata egisaha tumaziroho okutayira nyamiso ya paka egisenya miso ya paka n'umuzo witu n'umwara witu okaninjire bamuke kino mugaso.
We have marked hotspots areas surrounding the conservation areas. So we normally go on the ground, identify some of the youth, and we use them as the informers. These days we are encouraging intelligence-led operation.
This energy of the youth needs to be well directed. If it is not well directed, like it is elsewhere, they can end up doing wrong things. Like for our part, we have assured that the youth do support in conservation by being recruited, and like those who remain not recruited in their villages, they are supported to be able to carry out activities that can keep them away from indulging in illegal activities inside the national park. We encourage the youth to be, for example, engaged in tourism-based activities. In this Queen Elizabeth National Park, tourism is growing. Most of the youth act as tour guides. We have tour guides associations here. We have people working in hotels. There is a lot of work being done on invasive species management. So in the process of doing it manually, we call the youth to come and help and get it out of the park.
We realize you can't just come and tell me, don't do this. I will ask why. And that actually led to the rebirth of the Community Conservation Unit in the Uganda Wildlife Authority. And we have been at it now for quite some time. We earned 1.6 billion shillings out of tourism in Uganda. Last financial year, we released 3 billion shillings for Queen Elizabeth. They are resource access programs where certain resources which are not elsewhere, if they are found, and then we do inventory, and if they are available, we agree and negotiate agreements to have access for the communities.
Communities neighboring the park put in their proposals on the project that can be funded, and we have funded a number of projects. For example, in the last financial year, 2018-2019, we supported the Chikarara Environmental Protection Association. It is basically for the youth. We supported them and they have maize meal machines.
Group page tukagitandikaho ahiguru yaba wildlife n'abarukunje forest officers okwisha bakatutendeka tukagitandika kandi tukagitandika buzima. Group page tukagitandika tine kitwine konkate turi gambera sofa twine njoki twatungire hempunu kandi bakama bitu nebinde biturukwenda nagyo biriyo.
Some other activity we are doing, we have VSL, village saving group. So we save our money in the group. We planted almost like 10 hectares of trees, eucalyptus. That activities are making us busy so that we forgot to go to the poaching.
But I believe with the support and with the engagement of various stakeholders and environment partners, I think the level of poaching can further be reduced.